What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and in this video topic, I will be exposing more on Bruce Blitz. Now, just to recap on a couple of things, I already explained about the whole thing about for the last 4 years I've been supporting Bruce Blitz, where pertains to subscribe to him on YouTube and to his blitzsportsnetwork.com, where also I talk about I support him for the last 4 years, and then 4 years later to see what he's become. Basically, seeing his true colors, to say the least. And then the whole thing with basically the truth about Bruce Blitz, and the truth is that he'll hate the WWE, but he'll still watch the WWE. And and one thing I didn't point out where pertains to that is that his excuse of why he still watches WWE is to please the viewers. For those that are subscribed to blitzsportsnetwork.com. Also, where pertains to liking WWE, I mean not liking WWE, excuse me. Hating on WWE basically, because he thinks WWE is garbage and everything is trash, but still watches it. But he won't watch WWE NXT. He won't watch WWE 205 Live. He won't watch WWE and NXT UK. And I get it's too much to cover too as well. Where pertains to WWE, but also and let's forget about WWE. Where he will not watch Impact Wrestling anymore. He will not. I mean, the only time he'll watch Impact Wrestling is when a pay-per-view comes around, and when where it pertains to NXT, whenever they do a takeover, he'll watch that, but refuses to watch any of the weekly shows. Where it pertains to the upcoming shows that they'll be doing either on pay-per-view or on the special events. So, and the whole thing with him crapping on AEW, and fans wanted to get behind AEW, basically judging AEW for bringing in gays, bringing in transgenders. Hell, there might even be a lesbian wrestling for AEW. We don't know yet. The only lesbian I do know that's wrestling that's in wrestling. I don't know much. I don't know a lot of them, but the one person I do know is in WWE, and that's Sonya Deville. But yeah, I'm assuming AEW is going to get someone who's a lesbian, to also work for AEW as well, because you already got someone who's gay working for AEW, and someone who's a transgender in AEW, and I guess all we need now is a bisexual to work for AEW. But the point is, Bruce Blitz hates those type of people. There are basically gay, bisexual, transgenders, and all that. He has no problem with lesbians, because let's face it, does any of us women are going to complain about that? Just saying. But let's get the lesbian side out of the way, and focus on the gays, the bis, and the transgenders. He'll hate on he'll judge them, obviously. He'll judge them by their lifestyle, judge them by their sexualities, judge them about all their outfits and everything. We're at the point I didn't have a problem with that before. Where if you're a gay or bi or transgender, if you live that type of lifestyle, I don't mind that. Especially we're potentially a lesbian who but some lesbians ends up being also a dyke. Basically just like a man. I don't have a problem with that either. I dealt with that a lot. Basically even at work. And I'm asking that at work either. Just saying. Just as long as they don't try to beat me up. Just saying. But anyways, basically also judging fans liking these type of characters, and enjoying what the characters bring to the table, where it pertains to wrestling, and somewhat to the characters and what they do and everything. And they like those type of things. I don't get why, but whatever. More power to them. And that's something that Bruce Blitz should surely be bringing back. More power to you, to those people that enjoy that type of stuff. But now he's not about that anymore. He's just judging the fans, what pertains to that, judging the lifestyles, judging the what fans want or what fans like, and judging the sexuality and all that. And I explained about that where I did my first video about Bruce Blitz. Well, basically with me being done with him. Basically where it pertains to professional wrestling, but also other things too, where it pertains to done with Bruce Blitz. Basically, and also to recap some other things. For example, talking down on vanilla midgets, like a Jack Gargano, a Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, a Leo Rush, but he'll support other vanilla midgets that he enjoyed watching at the time, like Eddie Guerrero, Owen Hart. And I'm not mentioning. I didn't mention his name before. Owen Hart's name I never mentioned before. Until this video. But like a Ricochet and AJ Styles, and Austin Aries, and Neville, Rey Mysterio Jr., Eddie Guerrero. Just name a few. Vanilla midgets that he enjoys watching. And he loves them, but he won't give any loves to he used to support Daniel Bryan, John Gargano, and once supporting Finn Balor and Aleister Black and all that, and and whatever have you. And now I'm starting feeling the same way of how maybe now he feels the same way about the cruiserweights in 205 Live, like Cedric Alexander, D. Brian Kendrick, Akira Tozawa. Just name a few. I know for sure he probably doesn't like he doesn't support Buddy Murphy. Excuse me. But he doesn't support Kenta, who's also small, but Daniel Bryan, he won't support him. Which I don't have a problem with that. The way he's been talking about Daniel Bryan, but then taking shots at Daniel Bryan, which is it drew me to a level where, yeah, he's gone. The Bruce Blitz I once known for the last 4 years, gone. And also another recap pertains to not liking Kenny Omega because of the face that he's got. It represents what that he hates, and that's gays. And then with OJ Jeff Jarrett, missing basically crapping on him because he's going to the Hall of Fame, and then he ends basically when he did that Raw review announcing that Jeff Jarrett was going to be in the Hall of Fame, in the WWE's Hall of Fame. He ends it not only by crapping on him and everything, which is everyone craps on Jeff Jarrett because he in wrestling he is garbage. Let's face it, but I'm not gonna stoop to the level by calling him the word faggot like Bruce Blitz did. Like I understand you like Jeff Jarrett, but at the same time there was no need to undercall him that. That was not right. And also what pertains to other things too, I also recap on too, but I'm not gonna get into that much. If you want to see that video I did about Bruce Blitz, the first one I did, go check it out. It's called "I'm Done with Bruce Blitz," and basically it's gonna be about pro wrestling is not dead. No, pro wrestling is still alive. Yes. So yeah. All right. So the recap out of the way. Now let's get to the exposure about Bruce Blitz to show his true colors. But before I do, just wanted to shout out to everyone that been supporting of me or pertains to me talking about Bruce Blitz. Yeah, so thank you to all for sharing your informations. Not a lot people, but a few people share me a lot of information about based on Bruce Blitz's behavior and seeing his true colors and all that. So, but the information they give to me, not only on YouTube but also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just wanted to thank those people, give me those informations and also give me their support, and that's giving my support back to them, for basically let me know about how they feel about Bruce Blitz. Basically, saying how they've seen his true colors a long time ago. Basically, where it pertains to how Bruce Blitz the way how he portrays himself once that on YouTube, saying if you like this and that, more power to you and everything. But now he's going against that now. He was once about finding the good fight, but now he's all about not finding the good fight anymore. So before I get to my exposure to Bruce Blitz, let me first get to the people that's basically let me know about Bruce Blitz. Before I get to mine. Let me first start off with Big D from YouTube, who I'm subscribed to and who I am following on Twitter and Instagram. Big D, after basically what pertains to Bruce Blitz, with the whole Instagram post I did about me being done with him, with the picture, basically a picture of Bruce Blitz and that red cross mark, censor thing, right to censor, by the way, which is funny, by the way. He said, "I don't blame you for your decision. I knew something was up when he was a sore loser after my Eagles, Big D from Philadelphia, beat his Bears, the Chicago the Chicago Bears, which Bruce Blitz is from Chicago, Illinois. That didn't sit well with me," and that's Big D saying that about Bruce Blitz. And I'm like, wow. I get that his teams are don't get these winning opportunities to get where they're at, especially trying to get to the Super Bowl and everything. But and yeah, I know it's a lot too about Bruce Blitz too. By the way, when he every time when his team loses, he always goes on a rant. I've seen one of his videos before where it pertains to his Bears losing, especially where it pertains to the Bears failing to go to the Super Bowl, during the playoffs, which I was rooting for the Chicago Bears. I was actually praising the Bears to go to the Super Bowl, and hopefully they could win, but unfortunately they didn't. So, and Bruce Blitz went on a rant tirade on his site, and it was very uncomfortable, folks. Very uncomfortable because of the way he was ranting about it too. And here's also what Big D said this time on Instagram. "I don't blame you for your decision. I saw the writing on the wall when he was a sore loser after my Eagles beat his Bears. Also, bitched about the Warriors, but it is considering as fuck to people who are sick of the New England the New England Patriots, which I'm one of those people that are sick of the New England Patriots, which are most people. Yeah, and most people are sick and tired of the New England Patriots, and he puts them over. By the way, he puts them over. Represents to Tom Brady being the greatest of all time. Fuck Tom Brady. Most people feel that way too. Putting the New England Patriots over. That someone who's supposed to be a fan of the Chicago Bears, putting over the New England Patriots. Unbelievable. And now we get back to Twitter, when he messaged me, where it pertains in the video I talk about Bruce Blitz judging, where it pertains to like a Michael Jackson, a Prince, and a Freddie Mercury, of their sexuality and all that, because of the way they carry themselves and everything. Well, he said to me in this message saying, "And Prince and Michael Jackson weren't gay. Gaily. Their style still attracted women," which is true. Prince with his style. We all people question that he's gay and everything, but it was all to attract women. Same thing with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, well, he never dressed into like Prince did, because Michael Jackson has his own type of style, which is very more shiny in a way, with But anyways, the point is, Michael Jackson was flamboyant in his own way, and it was all to attract women. And then he also said Freddie Mercury was Freddie Mercury actually was gay. And I have to note too, by the way, which I wrote here. Freddie Mercury wasn't actually, Freddie Mercury was actually bisexual. He just preferred boys over after his girl broke off their marriage, basically. Either they were going to get married or something like that, or the wedding got called off, whatever, because Freddie Mercury let his ex fiance basically know that he's bisexual. And then Big D said to me, hating the gay stereotypes are emasculated. Bullshit is one thing, but but being big by bigoted towards those who are actually gay is another. I guess basically Bruce Blitz in his way just talking down on gays, which I talked about that before too, by the way, folks, where pertains to what Bruce Blitz said. You know, when I show you guys that story that Bruce Blitz told on his site, but yeah, Bruce Blitz, man, I thought he would be one of those type of people that those type of people wouldn't bother him, if they're around him. But I guess that's what it is, and that's what what Bruce Blitz is. At the end of the day, he hates gays. He hates I'm assuming he hates bisexual people, and because they're bisexual people are into women's and men's, and then and the whole transgender thing and everything. So basically, it makes Bruce Blitz homophobic, especially of what I heard him saying on his site. Let me go to Facebook now. Excuse me. Facebook, after when I post that Instagram follow about Bruce Blitz, which by the way, this is the follow by the way that I want to show you, because I'm done with Bruce Blitz. Right to censor symbol there on Bruce Blitz's face. Just saying. Anyway, so after I post that from my Instagram, which I shared on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, I got some a few people from just for my support, which is Keenan Fisher. He says, I still don't understand why people hate WWE, but still watch. I admit I hate the era, this era of WWE, but I gave up watching back in January 2018, which was last year. And I didn't know about that at the time. So, but there's more wrestling to enjoy than just WWE. Sadly, fans are hypocrites in this era, bro. Exactly. There's more wrestling to look forward to than the WWE, especially how they book their talents. Remington, this is his reaction to it. The black cat. Oh my god, some emoji of that. Thomas, he says Bruce is a phony like a lot of these fucking people. And then you got Ambrosia Cat, who's the original founder of the asylum. Shout out to her. She said, "I saw the excuse me. I saw his true colors years ago." So yeah, I'm getting a lot of these supports here from everyone on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm about to get to YouTube right now, so let me pull that up. So what I'm about to do right now is go from the bottom all the way to the top. This is from Draft Pride. He says, "I was booted off of the site a few years ago from being critical of him, considering reviewing shit he didn't like and constantly, having James on the shows just to be a punching bag for him and the panel. To be honest, I had been getting bored with his content for some time before I was banned, so I decided to start punching their buttons. Pushing the buttons, excuse me. But if you want to learn more on something really scummy Bruce did back around 2017, I looked up a channel on YouTube called Nick. If I'm let me try to pronounce his last name here. Hines. Okay, Nick Hines World. He mused a short clips of Bruce's. Hold on a second. There's more here. review to make a edited video of Bruce arguing with a dumb Cena fan. He flagged down the videos and threatened to sue Nick if he never did it again. I mean, if he ever did it again, excuse me. And he basically gave me the link of it and all that. I saw the video, and also Thomas shared that video too. And by the way, it's Nick from the Asylum. It's not you, Nick. It's the other Nick. This Nick is named Nick Hines World. Is the one he's talking about. So yeah, but yeah, I did watch the video, and I'm like, wow. And you know what? You're right. That I did see signs of that too, of Bruce Blitz doing that. And I did not agree to that. I did not like it. I thought that was a big move on Bruce Blitz's part there. And also pertains to Bruce Blitz doing this too and all. I think the same thing may happen to Mr. Rick and J21 because now I'm talking about the Asylum Nick here, from the Asylum. About audio share about Bruce Blitz on a live, I'm assuming a live video that Mr. Rick and J21 did. I don't remember what video it was, but he basically told us something about that off air. Mr. Rick and J21 about that he was gonna get sued if he was to take that down, whatever, something like that. By BlitzSportsNetwork.com. And yeah, and that and that whole thing, and I also heard something about what happened on Facebook or Instagram, something like that too. Someone was trying to was basically stealing Bruce Blitz's content and showing videos of clips of his videos, basically from BlitzSportsNetwork.com, from there, and that whole thing was a mess. 2017 was a big mess, and I think 2018 was the same thing too, where it pertains to that. But yeah, Bruce Blitz, man, he's definitely is showing his true colors here, folks. And it's not just me doing a video about it. It's other people that feels the same way too. Also, you got someone named SBJ 8405, where he basically talks about his hate for LeBron is the weirdest, most pathetic thing I've ever seen. And there's more replies here too, by the way. It's not just from me, but others as well. But I'm not going into that though. But he's right. He claims he's not a fan of LeBron James. He doesn't support LeBron James. He basically trashes LeBron James and basically point out every excuse that LeBron James has done in the NBA and all that, right? But then he puts him over about he's a great talent. And that he's he draws more viewers, I guess. He's a ratings draw or something like that, or he basically makes more money for that. And I'm like, wow, his hatred with LeBron James is the most weirdest thing I've ever seen. And the same thing with pertains to Kobe Bryant too. Which he's done videos about that before too, by the way. You got one dude here who goes by Middle Ben's Chronicles. He's a supporter of Bruce Blitz, and he's basically comment here by saying, basically I got one negative comment here, folks, by the way, which is he says, accept the fact that wrestling now sucks because you nerds ruined it. So I replied back to him, and this is what I had to say. How am I a nerd for today's wrestling? I grew up watching the 90s wrestling like a WCW, ECW, AAA, WWF, then later on in the 2000s became WWE. And with the internet, I got to watch old school wrestling from the 70s, the 80s, like AWA, WCCW, NWA, which later on, which years later, basically, it became WCW. Basically also known as, I forgot to put this in there too, but Jim Crockett's promotion as well. But I said also, but that makes me a nerd. That ruined it all because I like a Ring of Honor, Impact, New Japan, and then also I put in and whenever AEW gets a TV deal, I'm gonna like them. I'm gonna like that too. And that's basically just countering what he was saying here, because he's calling me a nerd, saying that I ruin wrestling. Yeah, I'm one of those nerds that ruin wrestling. So I said to him, also, what does your comment have anything to do with me being done with Bruce Blitz? And yeah, there you go. And take that to a grain of salt. George, he says, it's coming from George, who watches my videos and also the Assange videos a lot. He says, and I quote, Robert, I respect that you for your decision of defending your gay brother, gay cousin, and your gay friends. My thing is, I don't hate gay people. I just hate the stereotypes. And that's fine. No problem. More power to you, George. PlayStation Guy 85, which is Remington. Loving the Bowflex behind Bruce Blitz in the picture that he doesn't amuse. Kind of true, actually, folks. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. For some reason, he doesn't work out anymore. Emery 360. I mean 316. Excuse me. She said, "Have you noticed that he quit to drop? I mean he quick. Yeah. Remember this again. My fault. Have you noticed that he quit to drop Impact Wrestling and NXT reviews? Yes, I have. I've noticed it because I'm always on site. But he won't drop the Raw and SmackDown reviews. That is true. He complains about WWE Raw sucking. He complains about WWE SmackDown a lot, where it pertains to the New Day and everything. He complains about WWE Raw and SmackDown, but he still watches. And she also said here, you prove that you're done with Bruce Blitz more than Bruce Blitz is done with Raw and SmackDown. Good for you. Unlike him, when you're done with something, one second, folks, I just lost it. My fault. Okay, when you're done with something, you're done with it. Thank you, I appreciate that. Big D, once again, Big D. Here we go. I agree with you. Still, I mean, he's still not over his Bears losing to the Eagles. His Eagles. Kind of my Eagles too, because I'm a friend of the Eagles too. He's a sore loser over it. I learned a lot from him, but that was like WTF, And he says, by the way, he blocked me 2 weeks later. That's what Bruce Blitz does. Because he's so salty. So salty. What to say. Eli Saw, 17. He says, I don't think that pro wrestling is dead. It's just, it is just rotting away. I enjoy wrestling. I enjoy watching Impact every once in a while, and I'll give AEW a chance too. But if I see any corny actions, I'm turning it off. And we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens with AEW too. At least someone's giving AEW a chance, unlike Bruce Blitz. There are a lot of comments here that was here too, folks. But basically, my video here is 10 likes, but 2 dislikes. Whatever. Alright, folks, so I'm gonna end this video from here. This expose of Bruce Blitz part 1. And I'll be doing an expose of Bruce Blitz part 2 for next time. So, because I don't want to waste any more time, folks. I already ran too long. So, I'll continue on part 2 of it next time. So, that being said, hope you take this video as a as a consideration, and hopefully more view of your eyes, and to see more true colors coming out of Bruce Blitz, and hopefully you all understand what all of us that feels that way about Bruce Blitz, about where we're coming from. For those who's been watching him for over for years on YouTube and on BlitzSportsNetwork.com. So hopefully you'll see the the bright lights at the end of that tunnel. So that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets.